I was brought to Texas, a long, long story, 33 years ago, on behalf of endangered species, a place next door called Fossil Rim Wildlife Center. And High Hope, where I live, was created as a buffer against development for that wildlife preserve. And then in the early 2000s became a place of retreat and a place for retreat, not only protecting the habitat for native species, also creating opportunities for people to connect to nature so that ultimately they can connect to their own and begin to make decisions based on interdependent connection. And so High Hope has taught me over these 33 years how to connect with other than human relationships. And I've been guided to acknowledge that the land is a partner and all the species on these lands are partnership to our own dreams and our own mission. And so over time, we have more and more turned the implicit nature of relationship into an explicit one. And combining Fossil Rim, that's about 2,000 acres, and High Hope, about 900 acres. In these 33 years, there is development pressure coming from all sides. We live between Austin and Dallas-Fort Worth, and those cities are coming both ways. And so these two islands have to serve, and our decisions today have to be for the next generations, not just for ourselves, which has led to this relationship and collaboration with Yggdrasil Land Foundation, a Steiner-based land foundation that's based on really exploring the spiritual nature of connection, not only with all the members of the visible community, and also with the essence, the sense that we have that there are many other participants and stakeholders. And so we have followed really since the 90s. I have a deep association with RSF Social Finance, the Biodynamic Association of America, and other Steiner-based organizations. This land foundation is intent on separating the cultural and the economic philosophy that land is an economic asset and valued for an economic gain. And really, when we set that aside, and when High Hope legally is in Yggdrasil's hands, the value of High Hope on their balance sheet will be zero. And that way, they, all the elements, visible and invisible, of High Hope will be valued for their innate collaboration and on behalf of something so much greater than even the activities that are part of our program. So we have some wonderful tools available to us as conservation easements. What I find fascinating with Yggdrasil and the people who lead that organization is that they're looking to go even further. And conservation easements are ultimately mandated through the IRS and federal systems and could change at any time. And therefore, land ownership, and I put that in quotation marks, we yet to have a word. The closest one we have is stewardship. And so we've combined owner, steward, and operating steward as new references to the different roles and functions in the protection of a landscape and land. And for High Hope, those arrangements are being articulated, co-articulated through covenants of promise that have a legal nature and an ethical, moral, and principle nature that then get translated into guidelines for operation.